A disclaimer, I am not a medical professional. I'm a regular person who had eye surgery. Okay, your eyes may be different. Always get medical advice from a professional before taking any of my advice whatsoever. This is my personal experience that I'm relating to you. It's not necessarily what you should do or what would be good for your eyes. Seriously, get a pro. Get multiple evaluations. Hi everyone, welcome. I'm Tattooed Granny. This is my eye surgery journey. I have a playlist called Eye Surgeries on my Tattooed Granny channel. There's going to be a total of 4 videos when this one is posted, and it will detail the right eye surgery, complications, and vitrectomy with a monofocal IOL hung from my sulcus with optic capture, because that's all they could do was put a 3-piece in there. And then my journey with a different surgeon for the light adjustable lens, the LAL Plus. And I also have a vitreous detachment in this eye. So this is my journey, and this is part 4, where I talk about the light lock-in procedures, the 2 lock-ins for the LAL Plus. Join me today as I test the function of my new LAL Plus IOL by RX Sight, implanted in my left eye. And we're gonna do a little hiking and a little climbing, and see about vertigo and see about stairs. And I'm also going to give a review of how it is in daylight right now, how I see. Join me today. Let's go! Let's go! Morning, eye people. I just had my second lock-in for my light adjustable lens, and I'm seeing great. I have great depth perception on the top of Lapham Peak Tower today, hiking. I can read the tiniest print on this GoPro here. Activity 2.7K, 60 frames per second SV. It's awesome. It's been quite the journey though. The first lock-in, blurry. You have to trust the process. A little bit scary that way. Yeah, so my first lock-in was 95 seconds, and the second was 2 minutes and 5 seconds. And that one was bright. Oh boy, let me tell you. My eye still got a little pink color to it. Still got a little pink to it. I gotta get out of the sun, it's bright. But yeah, this 24 hours after the lock-in, you can take your glasses off, so I'm free of the UV glasses. Woohoo! I'm real happy about that, because they were annoying as heck. But they do the job, they protect you. Yeah, so after that first light adjustment, we were going for -25, so micro mono vision to give me some close-up, but all the close-up was blurry, and I was like almost crying. I'm like, oh no, that first lock-in like ruined it. So I told them, and they refracted me for the second treatment, and they said, no, you're on target. Trust the process. I'm like, okay. So they locked me in, 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Pretty bright. My doc, he played Manfred Mann's Blinded by the Light while I was sitting there for 2 minutes and 5 seconds, which was awesome. It kind of takes your mind off of it. I mean, you're not going to die. It doesn't make you tear up or anything like that. And the lens holds your eye open. They put this goop on, and you're numb and you don't feel anything. And you just look at this light. There's all these little lights, and then it changes colors, light show, blah, 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 easy. Lapham Peak State Park in Delafield, Wisconsin. I'm 25 or 6 hours post final light lock-in for my light adjustable IOL cataract surgery implant, and I couldn't be happier with my close-up vision. My distance vision still a little pink. I think it's gonna change over the next day, because it usually takes about 48 hours. Ooh, if this is all it is, I'd be happy. Yeah, so I'm really happy. It's a gorgeous day, cool, nice. So I just completed a tower hike at Lapham Peak, no problem. Stairs, vertigo non-existent, looked over the edge, leaned over the edge. You know, with this adjustment, I'm still neuroadapting because going straight or going up and down is fine, but a little bit of something when I turn my head side to side. But, you know, it gets better as time goes on, I'm sure. So I'm not too worried about it. I have great depth perception with both eyes, incredible vision. Remember, I have a monofocal for distance at Plano in the right eye due to a catastrophe. And so I just have LAL in one eye. Also with this one eye, I have vitreous detachment, and that kind of affects the contrast. So unless I get a vitrectomy, I won't know if this lens is just a hair darker to this one because of the vitreous or because it lacks contrast. So that's something I can't answer right now. I love it. I love my vision. I can see everything on my dash. I mean, here's my dash. Like, it's got some tiny stuff here. And I can read that no problem. I can read all this no problem. I can read tiny, tiny stuff no problem. You know, my GPS no problem. Everything is clear, sharp. Stuff like this. You know, that's where it gets harder. But if I squint, yeah, I can read it. It's not sharp, but I can read it. So, yeah, pretty cool. If you have any questions about my experience, I'm happy to give you my opinions. Remember, they're not medical advice. You are solely responsible for what medical decisions you make with your medical providers, your professionals. But yeah, I'll tell you about my experience, no problem. It was quite a journey. And I wish, you know, the human propensity for anxiety could be quelled, because I had a lot of like ups and downs with my eye adjustments. And you really have to trust the math and the professional that you've chosen to do the best for you and give you the best possible vision. I would interview lots of people, and I would make sure that they have been doing this treatment, surgery with the LAL for many months, if not more. So the docs I have were part of the initial clinical trials. They've been doing it for 7 years. They're probably the most experienced in the country. They're in Wisconsin. There are several others. There's one in Minnesota that's also really experienced. So you want to check out their pedigrees, their backgrounds, and interview them, and seek multiple opinions before you have, you know, things done to your eye which will affect your vision for the rest of your life. Because once it's in there, that's your vision. I'm super happy, but not everybody might be. So do your due diligence and your homework. Hey, all my eye surgery friends. I'm by the Creek of Serenity. This is my final installment. I'm going to tell you about the light lock-in treatments results. So overall, binocularity and depth perception are very good. That's the good. Sharpness, excellent for intermediate, and good for distance and close-up. Now, when you put both eyes together, it's sharp. So you only get so much that is sharp when you tweak these LAL plus IOLs, and you have to know which way you want to go, far or close, and you get some intermediate. So I did some night driving. It's perfect. There's no glare. I can see stars. Everything's fine. No worries there. So my downsides, you know, I have a vitreous detachment, so I'm not sure if this is affecting it or not. Slightly less contrast, slightly different color than the other IOL. Blends together, you don't notice it. A little bit of a neuroadaptation that still hasn't taken place, and we're a couple months now since surgery. Sometimes my eyes struggle and fight over which image to kind of be sharp, and then everything's blurry for a second, and then it gets better. So that's the main downside issue that I have. So to do over again, probably do the same thing, because had I gotten a fixed focal point IOL, I could have ended up with that horrible vertigo, and luckily with the LAL we could adjust it back. I'm at -25 instead of -50. Negative 50 put me over the edge. Negative 25 gave me the sweet spot. So, you know, would I neuroadapt to the Panoptics? Who knows? Unlikely. You know, for whatever reason, my brain, my old brain, it's not doing that. So, I think this is the best lens for me. And I've been climbing stuff and hiking and picking mushrooms. Picking mushrooms, yeah. I can see pretty well. A couple quick tips about the last LAL Plus light adjustment. My vision was extra pink for about 2 weeks. And for several days, like 3 to 5 days, my vision kept changing as the lens slowly cured. Now, you can go out in the sun without your glasses after 24 hours, but that was my experience. I don't think the light outside was changing it. I think the macro mirrors were just congealing and settling and whatever. But that's something to know and not freak out about. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, shoot them down in the comments. I'll give you my opinion. And also, if I forgot anything, just ask. Thanks, and good luck with your eye surgeries.